Hey there, folks. It is, what day is it? Thursday. Thursday. In some parts of the world, Friday, but Thursday for me. Let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Oh, lovely, lovely. All right, what do we got? What is this thing? I'm putting in the blank template, but I think we could do this with just all conic gradients. That's actually how I want to do it, I think. And it's the same conic gradient twice, so, and then another conic gradient. Now, is this a dumb way to do it? It might be. Believe me, it might be. But at what, 150 pixels, 40 pixels maybe, transparent, 75%, and then this blue color, 0. So when I pop this into here, var G, there it is. Now I'm going to put the light blue in the distant background. That's our background color. And then I'm going to use background positioning here. 40 pixels, 40 pixels. We'll do that. All right, too far over, which is this number, 30, 20, 18. And then too far down, 10, 20, 22, no, 18. All right, and then this at, which is the center of this gradient. And if I do, well, that doesn't help. If I add a no repeat here, you'll see what I'm getting at. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. There you are. So that's the actual gradient, and I'm pushing it down. So, but we don't need the no repeat. We don't need that, and we do need that to be transparent. Okay, so the center, a little further over, 6, 7, 8, 200, 50, 60. So that's 1. So it's at 18, 18. And then the next one is probably going to be, where is that? 218 and 118, 218. That's interesting. It's very, okay, it's 218, 218. 20, 170, 188, 170. That's too far over. 170, 180, 81, 82. Okay, and then 220, 222. Okay, and then we want one more conic gradient. And I need to spell conic gradient correctly, which I can do. Now we want the light blue, 75%, and then the dark blue. I guess it's more of a purple. It's probably a purple. And then this is, we actually measure the width of this guy. He goes from 180 to 217, so it's probably 40 pixels. So at 40 pixels, comma, and then I can move him over 180 pixels, let's say, and then down 100 pixels. Okay. And we have that a little bit wrong. That's okay. 70, 80, 81, 82, and then a little less. How about 98? Or 99, 98, 97, 96. Okay, and then this at is currently at 40 pixels, 50%. So the 50% is implied. That means the middle. Let's do 42. No, how about 38? No, 38, not 28. 37, 36. And now, how about 60 pixels? 80, 100, 110, 111, 112. Nope. 108. All right. Now, we've got a little bit of a artifact there from the conic gradient. You see that edge, that funny edge? Even though that's a 90-degree angle, it's not very happy. And it doesn't say good things about this particular approach, really, or it doesn't say good things about Safari, more likely. But let's submit and find out if we're at 100%. If it is, then I like this solution well enough. I might do so that's a 100% match. So I'm going to, again, these plugins in the bottom corner are all in my GitHub. Feel free to install those guys. Minify, unit replace, and submit. And that's one approach that you might do. And that's not a bad score. What else might we do? I kind of like that conic gradient. Like, that's a nice conic gradient. So I'm going to copy and paste that, or copy it anyway. And then I'm going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do the blank template using and put that on the body. Clump like that. So that's step one. And then we got this paragraph, or this paragraph element. And then I'm going to do a box shadow. So there's that box shadow. And now I'm going to use margins. So I'm going to do 4 numbers. And each one of these numbers is going to help me narrow in this element. And I also need to make it less tall. So the first one is the top margin. How about 8, 10, 20, 18. So there's that 18 number again. How about 18 again? No, how about 8? How about 10? There it is. And the height, I don't know, no idea what the height is. So 60, yeah, actually I do. I just forgot that I knew that. So the top margin is 18, left margin is 10, right margin is going to be probably something like 200. 210? No, how about 180? 170, 160, 170, 175, 176, 174, 174. Okay. And then we need a box shadow down here, and we need to get these numbers right. So we need to move it over. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 100, 204, 203, 204, and then this needs to be a little less, 65, 64, 64. And that's another approach. So we're using that conic gradient to do the background, because I have mentioned before, and will always continue to mention, that my favorite gradient is the conic gradient. So let's minify and submit. And, oh, I don't think I checked if we were at 100%, but that's another approach. And unit replacement replaces a few things. We can shave the character in front of the hash mark of the color. I think that's it. I think that's all we got. Do we need? Yeah, we need all those margins. Unless I set a width. I need all 4 values in those margins. And that's a better score. So this is, more efficient. I love the gradient techniques, but I try to not lean on them too heavily for these videos, because I know that there are better ways to do it, and it's certainly not the technique that most of the top players use. But there's a lot of ways to do these things. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ways. One of the ways you could do it is another paragraph tag and use different margins. Use a variable for that. So what would that look like? So if I don't do the box shadow, what do I do? Then I need another one, right? And by default, he shows up there. So if I do P plus P is that selector, and I do margin, right now it's got these values. So I'm just going to cut and paste there, and that's exactly what they do. So let's make that greater. Three, and then if I swap 174 for 10, make that a 0, then we get the same thing. And minify, is that a better score? So that's margin, we just set the margins. Very similar approach. Not a box shadow. Oh, and that's actually not correct. Ha ha ha. So I got the numbers wrong there. So of course that's a worse score. 1, 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 4, 40, 36. So 46, 47, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44. There it is. So how different are these? 1, 44, 10. So one thing I like to do is do a var to do these. It is sometimes less efficient, but I don't care. Not really. Not very much anyway. Let's submit that. Find out. Yeah, and it's not too different. And of course there's the the final shaving of variables you can do. And then if we don't do the variable part and just do the keyword margin, is that a better score? We're at what, 686.23 and 161 characters. And that's a better score. So yeah, so not doing the variable is more efficient. We get better score-wise for the back end of Chromium. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Get out of here. Go make a web page. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And have fun out there. All right.